Hello everybody, it's me, Will, and welcome back to another new video. And this is going to be a vinyl update with some recent pickups. I got some new stuff, some not so new stuff as well, some pickups from record stores, some pickups from merch tables, from live shows as well. So a little bit of everything, so let's go ahead and check it out. Let's start off with this one, the newest album from Portland band Quasi. And this one's called Breaking the Balls of History. Best album title of the year so far. This one came out just a few weeks ago in 2023 on Sub Pop Records. 9th studio album from Quasi. This band has been around for a long time in the indie rock world, and they've always released some really good records. This one is no exception. This may be my favorite record of the year so far. I picked this one up at the merch table when I went to see them live just a few weeks ago. And by the way, they played an awesome show. If you get a chance to see them, don't miss them. This is the inner sleeve with words. And the record came in on pink vinyl with the custom labels. Yeah, fantastic new record from Quasi. I think a lot of people in the VC have been showing this one. Very catchy lyrics on this one. And if you're not aware of Quasi, they feature Janet Weiss, formerly of Sleater-Kinney, and Sam Coombs, who used to play in bands like The Donner Party and Heat Miser. So yeah, they've been active since the 90s, I believe. And whenever I think of Quasi, I always think of VC member Vinyl Hysteria, who I don't think she makes videos anymore, but she's still pretty active in Instagram. Huge fan of Quasi, and I always think of her when I find any of their records. This is actually my first Quasi record in my collection. For some reason, I was always aware of Quasi. I always liked them, but I never ended up picking up any of the records. I'm glad that I picked this one up because this one is fantastic. Very clever lyrics. A lot of the lyrics are about the current events or the current times, which I thought they were quite interesting. The artwork is pretty fun as well. And in case you get a chance to see them live, do not miss them. They are absolutely incredible live. Just a duo, so you only get drums, keyboards, and vocals. But the amount of music that they are able to deliver with just those two instruments, it's just incredible. It's one of the best shows that I've seen this year so far. Definitely check them out. Again, highly recommend it. Quasi with Breaking the Balls of History. And when I picked this one up at the merch table, I was able to get it signed by Janet, the drummer, but I didn't find Sam, so I'm gonna have to try to get him to sign this record maybe next time. Anyways, highly recommended. Quasi with Breaking the Balls of History. Alright, up next, how about some new music from pop-punk legend, Kepi Ghoulie. I guess this one's officially credited to Kepi and Friends. And this one's called Full Moon Forever. And it came out just a few weeks ago in 2023 on Pirates Press Records. And I ordered this one directly from Pirates Press. And it came in with a bunch of extra swag. Lots of stickers from Pirates Press. And a sticker with artwork from Kepi Ghoulie as well. It also came in with a surprise. I didn't know it would come with an extra flexi disc with an extra song from Kepi. This one's called Till Death Do Us Party, a classic song from Kepi, and the artwork from Kepi Ghoulie as well in the flexi itself. The record came in a nice inner sleeve with some credits and words, and the vinyl with purple color vinyl to match with the artwork and the custom labels of the Full Moon. Full Moon Forever for Kepi Ghoulie. That's the title of his newest record. This one, or in case you're not familiar with Kepi Ghoulie, he's quite iconic in the pop-punk world. He used to be the frontman of the Groovy Ghoulies, pop-punk band from the 90s all the way to the early 2000s. When the Groovy Ghoulies broke up, he just started releasing records as a solo artist, and this is his newest one. And the Groovy Ghoulies, when they started, when they were active, they had that traditional, that classic Lookout Record sound. They were very pop punk, very melodic punk. That's why they were in Lookout Records, so they fit in really well with that scene. But when Kepi went solo, he started doing more of a kind of like a singer-songwriter kind of thing, a little bit influenced by country music or classic rock music. And yeah, this is newest record is all cover songs. And I usually don't like cover albums or records with all cover songs, but this one is an exception. I love this one. In this one, he covers a lot of his influences. So he covers songs from David Bowie, The Cure, the Jesus and Mary Chain, Nick Cave, Mazzy Star, The Cars, T-Rex, Lou Reed, among others. So you get the idea of what the influences were for Kepi Ghoulie. My favorite in this one was the song called, the song from the Jesus and Mary Chain, Happy When It Rains, the third track in this record. Fantastic cover song. But all of them are really good in this one. The first one also, the cover of Heroes by David Bowie, was fantastic. All right, up next, this is a record from Jesse Malin, and this one's called Glitter in the Gutter. And this one came out back in 2007, but this is a reissue that came out just a few years ago on Wicked Cool Records. Wicked Cool, they did a great job in this reissue because it was kind of hard to get the original one. Came in with a nice inner sleeve with the words, and the record itself came in also on pink vinyl with the Wicked Cool labels. And pink vinyl must be really in fashion right now because at least a couple of the records that I showed you in this video are on pink vinyl. It also came in with a download card. Very nice download card. It almost feels like a credit card, which I thought it would have the download for the entire album, but it's not. It actually only has one track to download, the bonus track called The Angel to the Slave, which was kind of disappointing, but the song is really good anyways. I just wish that they had included the download for the entire record. Anyways, Jesse Malin, singer-songwriter from New York. I've always been aware of his music, but for some reason I never picked up his records. I really wanted to get this one because this is his most popular record, mainly because it features one of the tracks with the boss, Bruce Springsteen. As you can see there in the hype sticker, the track called Broken Radio has a really nice ballad with the boss. A great track, and the whole record is just fantastic. He has a really, really great voice. And the guitars are also really good on this one, and obviously he's very influenced in the music from Bruce Springsteen, and he also runs around the same scene or in the same circles as Ryan Adams, so his music is kind of reminiscent of the music of Ryan Adams, but in my opinion he's maybe a little bit better.
Rock and roll in the interstate to the man-made mountains of Manhattan in a borrowed car.
Alright, up next, how about some classic 90s shoegaze? And this is Swervedriver with MEZCAL Head. Classic album from the English band. This one came out originally in 1993 on Creation Records. This is the reissue that came out back in 2017 on Music on Vinyl. And I found this one used in the used section of my recent trip to Mojo Vinyl record store in Roswell, Georgia. Was really excited when I saw this one because I missed out when it came out, or when the reissue came out back in 2017, and now it's a little bit harder to find. Came in with a nice booklet with some additional pictures and lyrics and the credits, and the record itself just came in on glorious black vinyl with those kind of Swervedriver labels. And again, this one's called MEZCAL Head. This is by far, I think, the most popular record from Swervedriver. In my opinion, their best one. I've listened to this one so many times in the past on streaming platforms and on MP3. I always wanted a copy of this one on vinyl, so of course I picked it up when I saw it at the record store. Classic shoegaze from the 90s, so you get those very heavy guitars, the vocals that kind of blend in with the guitars, so classic 90s type of sound in this one. This one on their first record, Race, I believe they're their best records. Definitely gonna have to try to find that one as well on vinyl, but for now I only have this one, MEZCAL Head. Great pickup from Mojo Vinyl, which is a great record store that I haven't been in a long time. I don't know why, but it's a really nice small record store in Roswell, Georgia. I also got a nice sticker from Mojo Vinyl, and they also have this kind of like brochures or printed paper with a list of all the record stores in the Atlanta metro area. Which I don't know if I thought it was really cool that they had that, just to give you a reference and maybe check out all the record stores that you visit in the area. I'm gonna have to try to do that because I think I've been to most of these ones, but I'm not exactly sure. I'm gonna have to start checking them out. But anyways, so in case you're in the Roswell or in the Atlanta area, definitely check out Mojo Vinyl and definitely pick up, if you can, MEZCAL Head from Swervedriver. All right, up next, this was also another merch table pickup when I went to see the Breeders. This is their debut album, Pod. Finally owned this one, on this record on vinyl. This one came out originally in 1993 on 4AD Records. This is a repress that just came out, I guess, this year, because they had all the Breeders records in the merch table. All of them are represses, I believe. Came in with a nice inner sleeve with a really cool artwork. The artwork in this record is just really great. This almost looks like a painting. It's actually a photograph. And it came in on black vinyl with the custom labels. And yeah, when I went to see the Breeders live, I think it was last month, they were phenomenal. Really not to be missed in case you get to see them live. And debut album, one of the best debut albums of all time. Everybody knows this record. I have owned this one on CD for many years. It's actually one of my favorite records of all time. When I was there at the merch table, I had to pretty much decide to buy, because I only wanted to buy one record. They were $20 each. And I just went with this one because I don't own any of the Breeders records on vinyl. And I had to go, my first record from the Breeders on vinyl has to be Pod. Everybody knows this one. It's a classic alternative rock album. Nearly a perfect record. You get Glorious, great opening track. The cover of the Beatles, Happiness is a Warm Gun. Hellbound, When I Was a Painter. And the fantastic closing track, Metal Man. Maybe my favorite from this album. Again, a nearly perfect record from the Breeders. Pod from back in 1993. All right, and last but not least, how about a 7-inch single? This one is the Coolies with King of Confusion. And this one came out, or I pre-ordered this one last year in 2022. It finally came out this year in 2023 with all the shipping delays and supply chain issues. Finally was released in 2023 on Wicked Cool Records. And there's the back, and the record itself came in also on pink vinyl with the Wicked Cool labels. The Coolies, kind of like a super group that features a lot of members from the Muffs, of course, Kim Shattuck and Melanie Vammen from the first lineup of the Muffs, and Palmyra Delran on guitars and vocals as well. And for this single, they recruited Kathy Valentine and Clem Burke of Blondie. And I guess this is officially the very last release to feature the late and great Kim Shattuck of the Muffs. She's featured here pretty prominently in the artwork, but the song itself actually doesn't have that much of Kim. She's credited in the back as the soliloquy artist. So there's a section in the song where she is saying kind of like, she's saying something in the background, but it's kind of hard to understand because the volume is a little bit low and whatever she's saying is played backwards or in reverse. So it's really hard to hear what she's saying, but on side B of the 7-inch, it has the exact same song, but everything is played backwards or in reverse. So in that version of the track, you can actually hear what Kim is saying. So I think this record, or this whole 7-inch, was released pretty much in honor of the great Kim Shattuck, just to have another release under her name. And this was pretty much her project with Melanie, I think, and Palmyra. So I was glad that they were able to get at least one more release of the Coolies out there for everybody, or all the Muffs fans out there. Great song. The song is fantastic, very catchy, very similar to the vibe as the music from the Muffs, from the last few records from the Muffs. It's a great fun track as well, so definitely check it out, King of Confusion. Alright VC, that's all I have for today. Let me know if you have checked out any of the records that I showed you in this video. Let me know what you have been picking up. I've been enjoying watching your videos as well, so keep it up. Thank you for watching, and see you next time. Bye bye.